in my life. And he tells me, you don't have any willpower. You can't give.
I never said.
I know I can't. I can't because I'm a fat woman with a fat butt. I can't give.
No, wait a minute. Wait a second. Have you ever seen a fat woman without the accoutrements that go with it? Now,
right.
are we going to start talking about your waddle?
Yeah, my waddle.
I have one, you have one. All God's children got waddles.
Yeah,
right?
they're fat, yes.
Jeez.
So, it just
And
goes.
skinny guys got waddles when they get older. The flesh just hangs there, and hangs around,
And I found out that once you get on the downward slope, you just get fatter. You don't really get skinnier. Once your first husband has beat you for being too fat and being ugly, it just goes downhill all the rest of the way. You get a little fatter, and then the guys they just abuse you so terrible.
They got that 40-year. I'll tell you, that's got to be some kind of.
What an ugly
That's
woman
got to
has
be
put
some
up
kind of
with.
record right there. I think nuns can do better.
Oh,
than
people say
40
I'm
years.
not. Well, you're not ugly. I think you're pretty. My relatives would tell me, I always thought you were pretty, Jerry.
You know why?
Well, they don't like to say.
You know why?
Why?
Have you ever
They were my relatives.
Have you ever seen your relatives before? Holy cow!
He's typical. Ugly girlfriends. He did not have any until now. He got down to the Skid Row before he had to take an ugly girlfriend. Or maybe the last wife wasn't quite as beautiful as the first three, but he was. The more alcoholic he got, the more his standards had to slip.
Well, I'll tell you what. My standards have slipped, and now they have slud. and it's all thanks to you. See? It just.
I'm the ugly bitch that got beat up for it.
It's just like you said the other day.
Nobody loves me because they don't look at my blog anymore. I'm the lowest on the whole blog. And they say, well, what, sweetie? You got nothing to look for but up because you can't go any lower. They go down to 0. They don't go -1, -2, -3. See, it's not like mathematics. That once you get down to 0, you stay there. There's nothing lower than that. So you got every place to go.
Yeah, I got and I remember, it's good to face all the facts. And I didn't get parts, leading roles, because I was not good looking enough.
That would explain why you didn't make the cheerleaders too, right?
Oh yeah, right. Oh no. You don't elect ugly cheerleaders. Now that's just. When was the last time you ever saw an ugly cheerleader? Really?
You want me to tell you the truth?
What? When? How long?
The truth. It's my third wife's daughter. Now, she wasn't ugly, but she was plain. I told you
That's
about
kind
that.
of you.
But her mother, the mother was, unbelievable. But her father was very intelligent, artistic, but plain. And she got her father's face and her mother's body.
Oh, what a tragedy. I mean, she was.
God. She made cheerleading the first year of high school because we spent time and money with her on acrobatics, and gymnastics, and besides, she's built. But the second year, they voted her off because of bad attitude.
Oh, she was actually voted a cheerleader.
She was a cheerleader the second year.
Body, right?
Right, the second year.
They ignored her face and just took her for her body.
Well, you know how teenagers are, right? The other girls are going, what the hell is she doing under here?
Oh, yeah.
She can do all those acrobatic things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What?
my God.
Oh, look at
And you know
her.
what?
Look at her
She
face.
hated everybody. Well, she also hated me, too. I
Yeah.
was better looking than she was. So was her
Yeah,
mother.
your attitude.
She hated her mother, right?
Yeah,
She hated her
yeah.
brothers
Oh.
because they were better looking.
I know, I understand
Oh.
exactly. Because why? I couldn't even get elected cheerleader because I had fat ankles. You can't ever get elected cheerleader if you've got big ankles. You know, people would look at it and say, "What's wrong with your ankles?"
Well, one
No,
of the-
they thought something was
well,
wrong with
one
them.
of the
They were
problems- one
so
of the
retarded.
problems-
Just look at them. You know, they were. My God, they were just.
Well, one of the problems with being a cheerleader is they want you to jump up.
Jump up and show your.
And no, wait a
Oh.
minute. But once you got 6 inches off the floor, that's pretty much it, right? You know, everybody else is jumping 2 feet up, and you're down there at 6 inches. Well, you know, have you ever thought about going into the pep club?
Oh, so you can shake pom. Yeah.
Yeah, Frank,
Well, they would have
yes.
let me do that. I could have shook some pom poms.
Oh,
but they would have let me. They would have let me. They never let me be cheerleader. But I said, but I have sisters who were cheerleaders. This made it a lot worse, you know, because, well, we know that she can never be a cheerleader. Yeah. So, you know, there's just people in the family that are unfortunate enough to. Oh, I had aunts. I got it from my aunts. I had Aunt Nathela. Aunt Nathela. I took after her. And Aunt
Wait a
Nita.
minute. You're not supposed
They were
to.
homely women.
Are these people dead?
Yes, they're both
Good.
dead.
All right.
They're
then you say-
homely women.
in the meantime, I want you to remember one thing.
What?
You might be able to be sued for, you know, defamation. Of course, if they're really homely and
They
they're still
were
alive, then they're still alive, then screw them. They can't. That's
No,
not defamation
no.
of character.
They were both
right?
homely. You know, they
fact
unfortunately
is a fact
their
is
mother
a
had a bowed back. You know, she had this
Oh,
kind
God.
of humpback, and so
Yeah.
both of them had a humpback,
Mm-hmm.
and they were spinsters for years and years and years. This is how come I got to be a 40-year spinster. I was like I was like my aunts.
It's called spinster.
Spinster. Oh, spinster. Oh, they spun
Spin it out
wool
there.
too. They
Yeah,
spun
there you
wool.
go.
So they were
Okay.
spinsters.
And they played one of those little small pianos too,
Yeah,
right? The
right.
spinets.
And you know, anybody can tell where I got my looks if they met them. And so I thought,
Well, that's
I
why
know
they-
what I can be.
that's
A
why they-
writer.
They
A
keep-
writer.
They
I can
keep telling
I can
you,
hide
"Oh,
out.
God, you are good looking, you know. and you used to say to them, well, those horns on your head they're not bad, are they? Hold your hat down, doesn't it?
Well, I had these aunts, so I knew that I could be a writer. I could hide out. I could hide out and write, and nobody know, you know, that I didn't. I wouldn't have to be. Think of all this.
And to this
Spinsters in the world
day, you've
that
been hiding
have-
out writing, and nobody knows it.
That's right. That's right.
Now, if it wasn't for this
I was
camera,
forced to. I was forced to. I couldn't get cast in any plays. I couldn't be a cheerleader. What else could I do? I had to hide out and be the playwright.
you couldn't even make it as a high class women. I'm not
High class one.
not going into that at all.
I mean, I could act the socks off a part, but no, I couldn't get it because. So, oh, how I know the story so well. And here
What is
I
this-
am.
What does
with a
this got to
farmer.
do with a dead guy?
Oh, Pierre. Well, Pierre, he was like a heartthrob, you know, his face was put together. And you know,
I've
when
seen
he
him on
took
videotape.
up
He
with
didn't do a
me,
thing for me.
his girlfriend that thought that he was going to go with her called him up and said, Pierre, you're not with her. She is too ugly for you. Not like me.
Now look,
She said, and he turned to me.
I'm
he told me
gonna
what she
argue this
said.
point, okay?
She's too
Because-
ugly for you.
Yes, I don't want you to kill me on camera, so I'm going to argue this point. You are not the ugliest woman I've ever seen, okay?
No, well.
As a matter of fact, you are probably the most unugly woman. See, now remember, I was on Skid Row, okay? I've seen some dandies. Woo!
Most ugly woman you've ever seen.
See, I was never on Skid Row, but you like to use that. word a lot, so.
Oh yeah, you can slap in bushes.
I have seen
What do you-
things that would scare the bejesus off of you.
You are